How we doing, everyone? Hope you're well, and thank you for joining me for another video. It's Wednesday the 4th of March and I've managed to get a day off work and get back down the local day ticket, so it's going to be get another viewer request ticked off the list. So let me spin you around, show you where I am and go through what we're doing on this one. As you'll see, it's only just gone 6 o'clock and it's already getting light. There's a small little fish just topped over there as well, so that's good. But on this one, the viewer, they've requested, and I don't know if you want to be named or not, so I'm going to keep you anonymous. And if you do want to sort of say it's my request, drop it in the comments below, because I can't remember if you said yes or no. But what they've asked for is, you'll see down here, I've got a kilo of 15mm trick nut and my throwing stick. And what they've said is, can you put a kilo of boilie out and then fish 3 identical rigs, but with 3 different boilie approaches? They've asked for one as match the hatch, one as a boilie chopped in half and put on the head back to back, and the other fished as a double boilie, but the edges trimmed off it to make it look like a dumbbell. So that's what they want. So they want a kilo of boilie spread out, which is fine, 3 rigs over the top, and then a scattering of 20 or 30 baits, either every fish or every 30 minutes, depending if we catch a fish or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a kilo of bait out there now while it's still dark, because as you know, as soon as it gets light, the old seagulls, they're around. I will just sort of show you the peg again that we're in. I've decided I'm going to do one video today in the old steps peg down there, but the water level, I mean, look, I'm just going to show you, it's come up a lot more. Last time I was in here, my bank sticks were going to, let me zoom that in, to there. So water's right back here. It's not going to be an issue. We can still safely get in my little boots I've got to the edge and sort of land the fish. In actual fact, you know what, it might be welly boots, because I tell you what, look at that. That's, yeah, it's going to be Wellingtons. Fortunately, I've got some. So yeah, we're going to do one video in this peg, and it's going to be this one. So let me get some bloody bait out and I'll bring you back when everything's all sorted, the bait's in, rods are set up, and we're ready to cast in. You'll see it's now light and the seagulls are circling. Not as many as normal. There's a woodpecker to my right as well. I can hear him pecking away. I'm going to have a look and see if I can find him in a minute. But the bait is in. So I'd say 90% of that kilo managed to get down to the lake bed. The gulls did get a little bit of the last few throwing sticks where it got light enough for them to see. But it is what it is. It's what we're battling against, you know. That's something that's changed here since when I first started coming here. But what I've done is I've got a kilo out, like I say. I've got another kilo here. That's actually soaked in Bailey. So, crikey, that's, I reckon that's getting on like 2.5 months old in that bag. But it'll be absolutely fine. That's going to be what we're going to use for topping up, or if we get a bite. Got some rods down there. You'll see buzzers are well in the water. Can't believe how much this water's come up. Like the swim, I'm sort of, well, I've lost half the bloody swim to last time I was in here. But never mind. Let's have a little wander down. While I'm doing that, let's bring you down the steps. Let's take you through the rod setup in case you're new. It's 15 pound KORDA subline as the main line, down to a length of dark matter tungsten tubing, a KORDA run sleeve, size 8 quick change swivel, and a 3-ounce gripper lead, which I can't remember if they stated paste or no paste. I don't know. As I can't remember, it's having paste, so there will be some paste wrapped around them leads, which I'll show you shortly. But for now, I'm going to have a walk up and just you may as well come with me. Actually, we've not got any rods in, have we? It's somewhere up here. Right. So he's in that tree up there somewhere. Come on, give yourself away. Right, I'm going to have a look and I'll bring you back when I find him, if I can actually find him. Well, I did manage to find him, but as soon as he see me, he was off. He was gone. It was a black and white one. Black and white, is it spotted woodpecker? I don't know. It didn't look very big, to be fair, but yeah, as soon as I see him, he stopped drilling, he was gone. But I'm just going to bring you down to the next swim. Look at how much the water's come up. I mean, last time I actually walked in here and had a look. I mean, I have got my wellies on, but if we just walk to the edge of the swim, you'll kind of see how far many wellies it is. Definitely a lot of water in here at the moment, so water levels have come up. Whether that affects the fishing or not, I don't know, but for now I'm going to get some rigs sorted out, how the viewers asked, and we'll have a look at those. We'll have a look at the pace on the leads, and I reckon we'll get some rods out and see what happens. It's time to have a little look at the rigs now. You'll see the seagulls, they've disappeared, they've gone. Because I've been sort of inactive down there, I've not been in view, I've not been doing anything, I've been sorting rigs out in the back of my van, they've buggered off. If I was to get this stick out, they would be instantly back. So for now, we're going to get away with getting rods out without any seagull noise, hopefully. And I bet by the time the rods go in and the third rod's settled and all done, there will be at least one hovering around because it thinks there's more bait going in. But let's have a look at the rigs now. So what I've done is I've actually bought a piece of white card so you can sort of see it a bit better. What the viewer has asked for is all three rigs to be the same, which they are. That's got slightly longer hair than these two because it's got two baits on it. That's the only difference. But the rig itself is the KORDA dark matter sinking supple braided hook link they do, down to the usual size 5 thinking anglers wide gape curve point hook, bit of shrink tube, rig ring. That's a match the hatch 15mm trick nut. It has got a bit of coating on it from the primer stuff I had on it before, but it's the same bait. So they've asked for a match the hatch, then they've asked again for a match the hatch but to be cut in half and fished back to back. And then I've asked for a double match the hatch, but then to be sort of trimmed down so it looks like a big dumbbell. Hopefully that's what you've asked for, mate. That's about as close as I think I can get to the description. So you see I've got my pot of match the hatches there, got my pot of paste. That's it. The next thing to do is slide one of these on, because I am going to put a stick on it because of supple braided link, it could possibly tangle. So I've got 3 little PVA sticks I've tied up. It is crumbed up trick nut. Even though that looks a lot lighter, when you crumb it up compared to the actual boilie, look at the difference, how much lighter that looks. But you'll see there's a bit of trick nut there that's not really been crumbed up. But yeah, so they're going to have little trick nut sticks on. They're just going to get flung out 2/3 of the way across. There's a nice spot there, 18.5 wraps where I baited up before. So we're going to fish that area with the hook baits. But the actual freebies, they've gone sort of all over that area. But I know that I'm going to be landing on a decent spot there, so we're going to get some rods out now and see basically how long it takes to get a bite, because I think quite quick. Something I'll just point out before we actually cast in, you'll notice I've lengthened the hook links, because normally a boilie rig you have a longer hook link than what I fish on my little bags and little ronnies and stuff. My boilie links are normally longer, so I'm just doing it how I would fish it. So let's get these hook links on the rods and let's get them out. Here's the first rod ready to go in. That's actually got the back-to-back one on it. I just thought I'd show you the paste in case you've never seen what I do around the lead. Just some nut paste I wrap around the lead. I've been doing that for a little while now, but there's the stick slid down. Let's go. Time for the middle rod. That's got the double trim down bait on. And now time for the left rod. That's got the normal untouched match the hatch. That's those 3 rods out there. Just to recap what's on what, because I'm not sure if you could hear me on the audio or not. Left hand rod, that's got a normal match the hatch. Middle rod, that's got the trim down double bait to look like a big dumbbell, and the right hand one that has got the back to back on. You'll see I tried to put some bait out as well afterwards. seagulls were straight on it. So the viewer did say, can you put 20 or 30 baits out every half an hour or after every bite you have? If we're lucky enough to get any bites, then I'm going to put 50 out, because I reckon then roughly 20 to 30 of them will actually get to the lake bed. And also the same every half an hour. I'm going to put 50 out and just see how it goes. But I'm just looking at the time. It's quite handy. 7:15. Oh no, 7:16. Okay, so you got till, let's say 9:20, then that's easier. So 9:20, that's when I'm going to end this one. Apologies, it's 2-hour slots again. Like I mentioned on the previous ones, I've got a lot to get through and not a lot of time. So let's just see how it goes. But that's more than long enough, especially with this approach. I'm fully expecting a bite on this one, more than one, to be honest. I don't know what the aim of this is. Is it to see if all three approaches work in here? Is one better than the other? I don't know. The viewer didn't state that. They just asked, could you do a video basically doing what I'm doing now? So I don't think there's an aim. It's just a video featuring boilies being used in this way on rigs, I think. So let's just see how it goes. But for now, I'm going to get the kettle on and leave you watching the rods. So much for getting the kettle on. I literally walked up there, just picked the gas canister out the back of my van, and first rod's gone. It's not a big fish. I haven't even got a net. Come here. There we have fish number one. It's fish number one in the net. He's got a bit of damage to his dorsal there, so I'm going to treat that in a moment. But you'll see the hook hold. Beautiful. Match the hatch bait there. I'm going to get him unhooked. We'll get that treated and we'll get him back. I mentioned this in a previous video that I forgot to actually show you. Right, so the KORDA carp care kit you get the propolis and you get the ulcer swab thing. It's a green sort of gel. So what I've done is I've poured it on there. I've rubbed it in, and then you just rinse the wound like that, so it cleans it, and then you get the propolis. Terrible filming, and then you seal the wound for it. And I give it plenty on there, make sure it's on both sides, and then you'll see it's sealed now. So we'll get this one back. He's all treated on his mouth as well. He's gone. You'll see that was a difficult one to unhook. That bit of bone he's got sort of bare on his dorsal, it catches in the net. I have sealed it the best I can, treated it, disinfected it and that. I've sort of had to sort of unhook him in the net and sort of release him by hand. So what kind of footage you just see of that, I don't know, because I got in a bit of a bloody mess, to be honest with you. But fish's safety comes first. It's not about filming, it's just sort of explaining. But I tried to explain it on a clip, but I don't think it's come out very well. But I will show you what I mean. The KORDA carp care kit, you get 2 bits in it. This is sort of the ulcer swab, which is designed for that, open wounds, marks, nicks, etc. like that. You disinfect it with that, rinse it off and clean the area, and then you seal it with the propolis. Like I say, if I can put that in the video, I will have done. You'll have seen it already, but if the footage was crap, then I won't have bothered. But that's what I did anyway. But for now, we need to sort that rod out and get it back out there, because yeah, that was a quick instant bite. So one fish down already. I'll see you when the rod's back out there and you're back on the stand. That's that rod back out there. You'll hear from the seagulls in the bloody background that I've managed to put some more bait out as well. So that's the first bite. We're not half an hour in. My phone's up at the van, but I know we're not half an hour in, and we've already had one bite. That rod's just come back out. I've put about 40 baits out, to be honest with you, just because the seagulls didn't come straight back in. There's other people on the lake now, which is good, because they don't know where to go when you're the only person here and putting some bait in and casting in, they focus on you, because there's like 3 or 4 other people on the lake already. So it's going to be a busy day. They don't know where to go because everyone's sort of doing their own thing at the same time, so that's good. But I'm going to get the kettle on now, hopefully manage to get one made before the rod goes off again, and I'll see you most likely with a coffee next. Still haven't boiled the kettle. Yeah, man. Nice. So another common around, I don't know, 6-ish pounds, something like that. That was the middle rod. That was the double bait trimmed down as a barrel. So he's destroyed that. I'm just checking your fins, mate. That's it, you're back in. He's destroyed that, so I've got to rebait the rig. But let's get him back. Do you know what I've noticed? These are full of life. Both of these fish have been kicking like crazy on the mat. So they've definitely woken up. Come on, mate. They haven't woken up how to get out the nets yet, have they? Look at this. There he is. He's gone. So that's now 2. I haven't got my phone either. I need to have a look what time it is. Kettle isn't boiled. I'm going to sort that rod out. I'll bring you back when rod's in, bait's back out. We'll get some more bait out, etc. Kettle's made, and or coffee's made, I don't know. I'll get my words out in a minute. Anyway, I'll see you shortly. I've actually just left that rod there because the kettle was steaming when I looked back. So cheers all. First one on the bank today, and I obviously need it because I can get my head out my arse then and get my words out correctly. So I'm going to have my coffee and then I'm going to sort that rod out. It's not going to hurt having 5 minutes with it out, being in the lake. You'll see the time now, 7:45. So we've been fishing half an hour. We've had 2 fish. I'm going to put some more bait out once I sort that rod out and recast it, but we're half an hour in, we've had 2 bites. Be nice to get one on the right hand rod, just so we see that every sort of presentation works, which I can't see why it wouldn't, you know. Something I've noticed though is because I've gone back to using sort of a rig I would normally use. You might have seen either on my syndicate videos or maybe on the long lake over here, I've used that sort of bottom bait setup. The hook holds, both of those hook holds, even though the fish were different in size and still only both small fish, they was hooked really, really well, you know. Something I've noticed, all these different rigs that you lot have requested and sort of suggested and I've tried, and I don't know, I just seem like what I'm already using suits me, you know. Things I have used, I see how they work, and some hook holds have been good, some have been a bit iffy, I've lost a few fish. This is what I'd normally use, and it seems like, yeah, all I've learnt from my sort of side of things, of trying things with you lot, is I'm already happy what I already use. So this is good, you know. I'm going to keep trying the viewer requests and stuff, but it's backing up that what I do in my own private personal fishing sort of works for me, you know, so I'm getting something from this as well. But just before I have my coffee and sort that rod out, as always, I'll keep it quick. Thank you to you lot for supporting the channel, all you subscribers, thank you very much, supporting me in the strongest way possible. Anyone who's new to the channel or not yet subscribed, please have a look and consider it. It really does help me out and it doesn't cost you any money. Also, you lot that like, share, comment, regularly watch the videos, honestly, for me, again, thank you very much. That really is appreciated and is helping the channel grow. And you lot that are now hyping the videos, that's really helping more people discover it. So if you're hyping them, thank you very much. If you don't know how to do that, it's the top comment below the video, slide it to the left, click the hype button. It's as simple as that. You get 3 a week for nothing, so use them wisely. And if you use them on me, thank you very much. Hopefully that clip's a bit quicker than normal now. Coffee, that needs to get sorted, because yeah, you know how it is. I'm going to bugger off because there's a digger coming behind me on Talenton Lakes on the little track. So I'll see you shortly when the rod's back out. We've got some more bait out, and I'm probably halfway down with coffee. So see you shortly, and again, thanks very much. That's that rod back out there. You might see in the background the odd seagull flying around. Most of those baits I've just put out got in before they got here, because there's someone setting up over the other side of the lake in the corner, and they can't pull themselves away from that person to come to here. So I've got away with that one, but that person's now stopped. As you'll see, they're now coming over here, but you're too bloody late. But that's 2 bites already in about 40 minutes. So it just shows, even fishing over a bed of bait, like I say, a kilo of BOILIE out there, we've had 2 bites off it within less than an hour, and we've put baits back over the top since having bites. You know, you can't overdo it in this lake, I don't think. All right, if you put 30-40 kilos in, yeah, maybe, but if you come here for a weekend with a kilo bag of BOILIEs, you're doing 48-hour session on here. So you come here Friday night, you're going home Sunday, you're going to really be limited. You know, bring more with you. You don't have to use it, but if you want to, you can. You know, you don't have to hold back, especially in summer in here. Do you know, I'll quite happily come down here for a day session with 5 kilo of like sweet corn and maize and pellets, and put the lot in and get lots of bites over it, I imagine, you know, because the fish do react in here on bait. I've said it on a lot of videos. The more you put in, the more you get back from this lake, or from what I've found anyway. When I fish just sort of singles, I haven't done that well, and we're going to sort of see that, because the next video I'm making today is bright singles. So that's what we're going to be doing, and I'm kind of going to sort of see, you know, but I'm not going to stay in this swim. I'm going to move, because I don't think it's fair to do that video over a bed of bait if there's still some left out there at the end of the video, because that's not fishing singles then technically, is it? So we're going to be moving after this video, but for now we're going to carry on with this one. I'm going to drink my coffee, leave you watching the rods, and yeah, let's see how long it takes to get the next bite. You'll see the gulls are flying around. Nothing's happened on the rods at all. It's 8:15. I've just put some more bait in, so I've been fishing an hour. We've had 2 bites. I don't see the point of bringing these rods in to recast them back out on the same spots that they're on now. That's pointless, you know. I think it's just, maybe there's a bit of lull in the activity, or I don't know. I mean, the fish, I think, are starting to spread out already. Even though the water levels come up and that, I do think the fish are moving around and spreading out, instead of being concentrated here where they were when I had that really good day here, when I was fishing over beds of corn and stuff. I've been looking on the page, and people are catching sort of in a lot of areas of the lake now, instead of one particular area. So we've had that mild spell. It's going to be mild this week. Tomorrow, I believe, 16 degrees. I think today's 12, 13, maybe getting to 14 at some point. Tomorrow's 16. The sun's going to be out. You know, it's a shallow lake. It warms up quick. That's why it makes a great winter venue, because it's shallow. It does warm up, and like the fish do react to it in here. So, and there's loads of fish, you know. But as for the water, let's just have a little look at the water, because I think I've sussed it. Okay, so the water temperature, the actual water temperature is 6.6. Okay, I've worked it out now. I've been looking on there because I made a right twat of myself quite a few times using that bloody thing up to now. And there is an outside temperature and an in the water temperature setting. That's what the in-out button does. So yeah, I had to YouTube it and work out how to use it, because I keep getting it wrong. Got all excited at my syndicate. Think, crikey, we're on 10 degrees, 11 degrees. Wow. No, had it wrong there, didn't I? Had it wrong here when we got up to 17 or something in the depths of winter. And yeah, I know how to do it now. So that is the true temperature, 6.6, which it's still fairly cold. And to be honest, putting those bank sticks in this morning, you can sort of see now it's a bit lighter. Let me walk out of my wellies, because I am fishing in wellies. The edge of the swim is back there. I couldn't actually reach the edge of that swim in my wellies. It would go over the top. The water's up a long way at the moment, I'm hoping to sort of go on the long lake later this afternoon, but whether that's even possible I don't know, because I guess all the swims are underwater. I said we're going to be moving for the next video, which is going to be the bright singles one. We are going to be moving, but I don't know where to, because someone's now jumped down to the right as well. Someone's to my left, someone's over there. Like I say, the weather's improving, it's going to get busier now. And why wouldn't you want to be here? If you could get here, why wouldn't you want to be? So I don't know where we're going to go. I'm either looking at that swim over there, but then that's the deeper part of the lake. Look at these bloody things. Or the other one is where I've never caught fish from. Or we could end up right in this court, I don't know. But for now, we'll carry on with this one. We've got just under an hour left. If nothing else has happened in 20 minutes again, there'll be more bait go out. But for now, I'm going to put you down and let you watch the rods again. You'll see I've wound the middle rod in. Nothing's happened on it. We've not had a bite or nothing like that. I'm just bringing it in, so I'm going to try and induce one more bite in the time we've got left. Because if I show you my phone, it's nearly 20 to 9 now. So, you know, we've got like 35 minutes, something like that left. It's been a very, very quiet last hour, which I know isn't a long time fishing an hour, but on here it is, you know. Especially when we've had 2 bites quick. We put a kilo of bait out when we got here. We had 2 bites pretty much straight off it within 15 minutes or so, and since then nothing. I've been putting the bait in, the rigs have all gone out there perfect, nothing's tangled, nothing like that. It's just not happened. I've got someone fishing on my left hand side and on my right hand side. They've gone in. The bloke on the right, he's got a bait boat, so he's definitely putting bait in, you know, and his rig will be presented. He's had nothing. The bloke to my left, I've watched where he's cast a really good spot. He's had nothing. You know, the person who's over in that corner, which I don't know what they call that, I think that's the graveyard swim, I've not seen him have anything. He's laid back in his chair. You know, I'm not going to zoom in and show you, but trust me, he's kicked right back in his chair. We're not even at 9 o'clock in the morning. It just seems the lake's just, I don't know, just switched off again. I mean, why they do that, I don't know, but it looks really void. It looks flat. It's overcast. It's not as warm as it's meant to be, but, you know, it's like, what's this water temp saying now? 'Cause it was 6.6. Has it changed? No, it's not changed. It's still at that. Look, still 6.6. So I've definitely got that right. But what we're going to do is, I'll just walk you back and show you. You'll see the middle rod. That's the one with the double trimmed down baits. I've slid a nice fresh PVA stick on of the old trick nut. That's the original paste, I'll point out. And what I've got is I've got some of the old Pure Cuts liquid bait. This is the sweet nut, or is it sweet nut? Secret nut, not sweet nut, secret nut. So I thought, right, do you know what? Let's just absolutely lace it in that. God, there's quite a lot gone in there. Let's get the bloody bait some as well, shall we? So, right, that's what I've done. So I'm going to put that just on the middle rod. Okay, I'm not going to film it casting in and that, but that's what's going to be on the middle rod, and I'm just going to see if that can make a difference. Because if that goes and the other two don't, then maybe it does. If it doesn't, it probably makes no bloody difference at all. But when nothing's working, it can't hurt to try something. So I'll see you when the rod's out. I'll put you back on the stand and let's see what happens. That's that one out there now. So let's just see if that makes any difference whatsoever. You know, we all have these ideas of, yeah, this has helped me get more bites, this isn't. At the end of the day, I think everything works. I think you just need to use what you like using and makes you feel most confident sitting behind your rods, you know. But it would be interesting to see if that middle rod goes now. The left and the right, there's nothing wrong with them. They're not tangled at all. I'm actually going to put a little bit more bait out as well now. I'm going to just put probably 100 baits out and just see if that helps as well. And we'll go from there, because like I said, it would be nice to get one more. But if that middle rod now goes because I've just added something extra to it, then maybe there is something in it, but we shall see. But I'm going to get the old throw and stick back out now, leave you watching the rods, and let's hope we get one more fish before the time runs out. Cheers all, just while I'm having another coffee, trying to keep warm, because it is quite bloody cold, you know. The bloke to my right, he's got his winter suit on, and if I had mine with me, to be honest, I'd be having mine on as well. It is cold enough to warrant it, even though it's meant to be 8-9 degrees now. It's definitely not that. I'm just going to take a small time out of this video to say thanks to you lot for getting in touch with me through my Facebook Messenger regarding when I asked about how you've got on using the paste. A few of you have bought it from watching my video because it has been mentioned. David's got in touch with me and said, look, they've mentioned you, they've seen you using it, they've purchased it and had a go. And some of you have actually messaged me and said how you've got on. It's great you've all had a positive result on it, because I have. I think it's awesome stuff. And yeah, just if you've got any sort of questions you want to ask or points you want to put across or whatever, if you don't want to sort of like be publicly seen on the YouTube commenting, then send me a message via Facebook Messenger. It's East Coast Surfers, the Facebook page. There is a link to it in the channel description on the YouTube channel. Just click on that. It will take you to my Facebook. Add me as a friend, message me on there. And if you want to sort of ask a question or get a request in and not be mentioned, that's the way to do it. But we're going to get back to the video now. But yeah, I just wanted to say thanks for the people taking the time to give me feedback, because if I ask a question and nobody gives me the answers, I don't get anything back, you know. So yeah, awesome. Nice one. Cheers. Right, let's get back to the video. That's you back on the stand watching the rods, and me with my hands back in my pockets, because I'm telling you, it's bloody freezing. I've just noticed that the swim over the other side of the lake, the one I've never caught a bloody fish from, there's two people just turned up and they're doubling up in there now. So that could be a blessing in disguise, because I can't move into there now. But the options of moving are really running out, you know. The lake's filling up, which is going to, you know, it's lighter days now and a bit warmer, and fish are a little bit more active, even though it doesn't seem it in the last hour on this video. But the options of moving are not as much now. The depths of winter, you can pretty much go where you want because nobody comes out, do they? But now spring is in the air. People are dusting the rods off, which is awesome. Getting back out. A lot of people don't fish the winter because it's just not enjoyable for them, you know, which fishing's about enjoying yourself. If you're sitting there not enjoying it, then yeah, you shouldn't be there, you know. Wait till you can enjoy it. So lakes are going to get busy. More fish are going to get caught. And like I said, I do think the fish are spread around a bit more, and that's why maybe we're not getting the kind of action I was hoping, because they're not bulked up in front of this swim anymore. Whereas before I had them sort of all in one area and we was just clubbing them one after the other, you know. But it's not how it is now, you know. It's the bites will slow down a bit, but I don't know what to do. But I'm going to leave you watching these. I'm going to stop this bloody waffling, and I'm hoping in the last sort of, how long have we got left? 1 minute tonight. In the last sort of like 15 minutes we can manage to get just one more fish for the video, because yeah, the second half of this, there hasn't really been a lot to it, is there? So fingers crossed. I thought I'd bring you back to show you we have 1 minute left to get a bite, so it's looking like there's not going to be another fish on this video. But the bloke to my right, he's just put his bait back out. I'll just zoom in and show you that. That's the fourth or fifth time I've seen him put that boat out, and I've not seen him land a fish. And I could see it from where I am. I could see if he'd caught anything. So he's obviously moving rigs around in different spots, trying to find where the fish are and pick a bite up. Basically, he's doing what we are. He's obviously struggling at the moment, you know, to get bites. But since the last clip I did, there's been another 3 people now turn up. So all the sort of like what you'd call the top end of the lake, which is to my left, that's stitched up now, you know. There isn't a move on there now. The only option I've got is right down the bottom on this side, which I don't want to jump in there because it's pretty much next door to where mate is with the boat. Or I've got the option of going over in that far corner, which I don't know what is the best option, you know. I think if I stay here for the next video, I don't know, I just don't think this lake fishes well, and there's lots of people on, which it is a busy lake. It does get busy, especially through summer. You're lucky if you can even get a peg. You might come here and you might have to go on the long lake because this doesn't have a free peg, and everyone gets a fish here and there and they get the fair share, but it's not as productive as it can be when you get it how I've had it up to now during the winter months, you know. So I don't know. I guess the best thing to do is spin you round, or spin the camera round and do an outro, get those rods in and make a plan. So that's what I'm going to do. Just before I spin round and do the old outro, we're going to have a final look at the water temp, and it says it's come up to 7.4. So how that's done that, I don't know, because honestly it's absolutely freezing. My feet are like ice, but to be fair, I think a lot of that is the old Wellington boot syndrome, isn't it? You know, you never get bloody warm feet in wellies. So I'm going to spin you around now, we'll do an outro, and I'm going to get myself packed down and move. you might be able to see the rods have not been pulled in, because at some point during an outro we are going to get a bite. You know, I've said it before, at some point I'm going to do this and a rod's going to rattle off. Up to now, all the videos I've done like it hasn't worked. It's doubtful it's going to work today, but you never know. But again, thanks to the viewer who requested this one. Apologies, there's only been 2 fish. I know we've had a result and we've caught something, but I do really think we should have caught more, you know, especially the way we're fishing and the area we're fishing and the venue we're at. We should have had 5 or 6 bites, but we only had 2 and they wasn't particularly big fish. But again, thank you for the request. Also, you lot, don't forget to get your requests in. I have got a list. Everyone's on a list. I'm working my way down it. That's why the timescale's dropped to 2 hours. So either put it below in the video on the comments or send me a message through Facebook Messenger like I said earlier, and I'll get you on the list. But for this one, that is going to be it. I'm going to get these rods in now and make a decision what to do on the next one, which is going to be bright singles in the spring. So if you're interested, check out the next video. It'll be released the day after this one. If you're not, hopefully you'll join me for a future video. Again, thanks for watching. If you're out on the bank yourself, I hope you've been a little bit more lucky than we have been on this one. And don't forget the old thumbs up, subscribe, hype, comment and all that business. And I'll see you on the next one. But until then, take care.